Hey guys, I got another quick training for you. In this video, I'm going to talk with you about how to set up a dedicated domain for email marketing purposes inside of the RazorSharp CRM on high level. A couple of reasons that you might want to do this. One, increase email deliverability. If you're utilizing the out-of-the-box domain and or email servers inside the RazorSharp CRM, you're sharing your domain reputation across the entire customer base. So if somebody accidentally abuses that, they send out a bunch of bulk emails that are marked as spam, what'll happen is your emails as well will end up in the junk mail folder, and we don't want that. We want to prevent that. I do a deep dive on email and list hygiene, also on domain authority, and also domain reputation in order to improve email deliverability. If you want to get access to that, jump over to YouTube, set that up, and or you can jump on to our support portal and do a search in regards to email marketing. You'll be able to get access to that entire series. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in, take you through the process of setting up your domain. First thing you're going to want to do is log into the RazorSharp CRM, go to settings at the bottom of the page, and then go over to email services. Once you land there, you're going to actually be prompted in order to create a dedicated domain. You're going to enter in your domain here, and you have a couple of options. I wouldn't utilize your root domain. So your company domain is not what you want to utilize here unless you're utilizing it specifically for email and email marketing. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to utilize a subdomain. So we utilize ai.domain.com. And of course, domain.com would be your specific domain. So for us, it would be ai.razorsharpnetworks.com. And this would give us the ability, in order to utilize a subdomain for email deliverability. Of course, what we can do with that subdomain is just redirect it back to your root domain. But what Google and other providers do is they treat subdomains as individual domains. So sending out emails on your subdomain is not going to negatively impact your root domain. And this will also give you the ability in order to manage the reputation on the subdomain independently of your other types of domains. Why this is good? Well, there's a lot of different types of emails. One, there's promotional emails, there's bulk email, which we utilize as subdomain in order to manage that domain reputation. And then there's also transactional emails and also your personal corporate emails. So what we do is we segment those two into two different domains. One is on a subdomain, one is on the root domain. What that does is give you the ability to make sure that you're doing your domain reputation independent of each other. So your corporate emails don't wind up in people's promotional folders and or the junk mail. And your promotional messages and or your bulk email messages tend to be independent of all your other emails, whether it's transactional, you're doing e-commerce, or whether it's your personal communication from your business. So a lot of good reasons in order to accomplish that. So once you enter the domain, looks like I've already done this. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to verify the domain. So what that'll do is that'll take you through the setup wizard. So we'll go back and it's going to ask me to verify now. And then this will give me the DNS record. So wherever your DNS is hosted, sometimes it's hosted with your domain at the registrar, and sometimes it's hosted with your host, your website host. Because most of the time when you're hosting your website, they'll host your DNS records as well. DNS stand for Dynamic Name Services, and what this does is it tells tells people on the internet where to route traffic for specific functions or specific services, whether it's email, whether it's web services, whether it's FTP and file transfer protocol. Doesn't matter what the service is, the DNS record routes those services online. So what I'm going to do is, in this case, we would log into our SiteGround account because it's hosted at SiteGround. Once we log in, we go to the host account, and then we're going to go down here to the DNS zone editor. We're going to look at the DNS record. We're going to go ahead and copy this. This is a text record. This is going to be the host name, and this is going to be the value. So what I will do is I will show you how to enter this first text record. Then I'm going to pause the video, enter in the rest of the records, and then we'll come back on to verify the domain, the dedicated domain. So if I wanted to do this text record, what I'm going to do is, this is on the root domain, so superiorfoodsafety.com, and this is a text record, right? The value is going to go here, so that's what I copied, and then the host name is here, mail.domainkey.ai. That is the subdomain .ai. So what I do is I come over here and I put that in the name. So this is going to add this subdomain to the root domain. So I can go ahead and create that. As you can see here, it's mail._domainkey.ai.superiorfoodsafety.com, and this is the actual value itself. Sometimes DNS records take a little bit of time in order to update, but what we should be able to see is that that record has been verified. We're going to do the same thing for the rest of the records, and then once I get those verified, I'll come back here and finish out the video. Okay, so we've got the domain verified, and as you get here, as you can see here, you get confirmation that the domain has been verified. A couple of different things that you can do is set the header information. So there's some default settings as associated with sending out email. The from name, from email address will ensure that reply emails and things of that nature are set up accurately as well. So we want to make sure that we do that. And then the other thing that you can do is go into domain configuration, and you can set up workflow domains. So if workflows are sending out emails, you could utilize the same domain. One-to-one emails, you can utilize the same domain. And so on and so forth. So for bulk email domains, you can actually set up multiple domains in this. And each one of these, you can set up multiple domains. So this will give you the ability to rotate your actual domain and improve your domain deliverability rate. What I would recommend doing is, if you have a default domain, set up 3 or 4 additional subdomains so that you can manage the reputation on each one of those subdomains and rotate them on a regular basis. This will ensure that you don't end up in the promotional tab and or in the junk mail on a regular basis. What I will do is I will reserve that training for another date. I wanted to make sure that we got out the training on how to set up a dedicated domain to improve email deliverability and to make sure that you're not utilizing the default settings within the RazorSharp CRM on high level. That's all I got for you today. If you have any questions and or comments, go ahead and leave them in the comments section or on this video. We'll get those handled for you. If you have ideas about future trainings or you can't find what it is that you're looking for, leave a comment. We record videos on a daily basis to ensure that you have all the information in order to implement technology effectively within your organization. That's all I got for you today. Remember to make today and every day a fantastic day. We'll talk with you real soon.